Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be cooking not one but two dishes. So the first is called Thanisar. It's basically made out of dal and you add in some sweet vegetable, or it's called sayur manis. And the second, it's stuffed fish, but instead of frying it, I'm gonna wrap it up and bake it in the oven. So that's two dishes for you. So I've got half an onion diced, half a tomato diced, I've got half an inch of ginger chopped, 4 cloves of garlic roughly chopped, 1 sprig of curry leaves, and 1 bird's eye chili cut into half. I've got 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. I've got some defrosted coriander leaves. I've got my lentil powder, and I've got here my spice mix. So the other ingredients that I'll need are half a teaspoon of asafoetida powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1.5 teaspoon of fish curry powder, and some salt and oil to taste. So I've heated up about 2 tablespoons of oil, and now the spices would go in. I'm adding the cumin seeds and the mustard seeds. So once it starts to splatter, just add in the onions. So let the onions brown a bit, then we shall add in our garlic and ginger. So just stir it for about a minute or two. So as you can see, the onions are slightly brown and they've softened a bit. So now I add in the garlic, ginger, and the chili and curry leaves. Once the garlic and ginger starts to brown a bit, I'll add in my tomatoes. And keep stirring again. Till the tomatoes soften slightly, then we shall add in our spices. So the tomatoes have softened, so now I'll add in the fish curry powder, chili curry powder, turmeric powder, and asafoetida. And just add in a bit of water so it doesn't stick and burn. So I'll add in more water, about 1 cup. Alright. Just give it a stir, and once it starts to boil a bit, we shall add in our dal powder. So the dal has started to boil, so we'll add in our lentil powder. You may be wondering why I'm using lentil powder and not the lentils itself or the dal itself. The reason being, it cooks faster in a powder form. So yeah, that's all. So maybe you should try it out. So I've tried it out with lentil powder, and I've also made lentil paste after soaking it, and it cooks really fast, so it saves a lot of time for you. As you can see, it thickens up pretty fast. So once it starts to thicken up, just add a bit more water. So I'm adding another glass of water in it. So you just have to break up all the lumps and just let it boil away. So while the dal is being cooked, I shall move on to our next dish. So I've got it's called Cencaru. I don't know what is it called in English. I think it's called torpedo's cat. So it pretty much looks like this. So what we've done is you just get it slit on the back. Alright. Okay. So what you have to do is just make this sambal and just put it in, and I'm wrapping it in banana leaf today, but feel free to wrap it in aluminium foil if you have any, and just put it in the microwave. Alright, so this is the chili paste. So the description will be in the box below, or in the description below. Okay, so you just have to stuff the fish with the sambal. Don't be worried that it's gonna be spicy, because the dal is pretty much not spicy. Unless you don't take spicy food, then all you have to do is just use less chili. So yeah, so all you have to do is just stuff it in, and we shall wrap it in banana leaf. Alright. Yeah, it might look like there's a lot of chili, but really it tastes really good. So I love eating this with rice, and I can just eat rice and this fish by itself, or sometimes what I do is I eat it with dal. So that's like really tasty. Alright, so I've pretty much stuffed it. As you can see, the sambal is within that slit, so we shall wrap it up soon. So here's the banana leaf. So it's optional. If you have it, use it. If you don't, feel free to use feel free to use an aluminium foil. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. This shall go in the oven at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending. Alright. So back to our dal. As you can see, it has started to thicken. Just break up any lumps that you see along the way. Right? So now I'll add in the coriander leaves. If you don't want to add in coriander leaves, it's really optional, but it gives a different taste and smell to it, so I like using it. So it's a bit thick, and I want it a bit more watery, so I'm adding in another glass of water. And once it starts to boil, I shall add in the sweet vegetable. So the dal has thickened up a bit, and I'm adding in about 1 cup of the sayur manis, or the sweet leaves. And just give them a stir. If you want the gravy to be thicker, just let it be. If you want it thinner, then you just add more water. Alright, so just let it soften. The dal has started to thicken up. The vegetable has started to wilt. It has wilted. So I'll add in my blended spices. I've added salt earlier to taste, so if you think there's not enough salt, just add it in at this stage. And we're done. So that's our final dish. So the rice with the Thanisar and our baked fish stuffed with sambal. So recipes below, do try them out. Enjoy!